thinking. You found Wally. Brilliant. Now, actually, I've had quite a good time tonight. Who's enjoyed the acts so far this evening? Yeah? I've had a bit of a laugh. I've laughed so much I've got a stitch. Sorry, it's a bit bad, and it funny, right? When you get, comedians come along and they lead you up the garden path, they make you feel comfortable, and then they kind of give you a dodgy pun, like payoff. You feel like it's a bit of a stitch up. Sorry, he's going over there. Leave it there. That was a drop stitch. Sorry, no, that's the last one. All right, okay. Well, I want to talk to you tonight about sacrifice, because I believe that one of the few things left today that people will actually make sacrifice for is if they can back it up with the sentence, yeah, but I've got to have sex. Like, oh, I've got chlamydia, yeah, but you've got to have sex. Or, oh, I've lost a finger, yeah, but you've got to have sex. Or, oh, I'm in prison. Oh, that one's a little bit bad, but you get what I mean. Well, this one thing I want to talk to you about tonight was a particular instance where I made a sacrifice for a mate of mine. A friend who shall remain nameless, let's just call him M. Puttock or Mikey P. This is about you! Yeah, well, we went out and he had a little bit of a thing with this girl, and the thing is, we were about 19, he's going to love this. We was about 19, and he was still a virgin. So, it was embarrassing. We didn't want to be seen in public with, quite frankly, an outcast. He's a good-looking bloke, right? So he managed to pull this really nice girl, and we were going out, and we were going to meet, and I kind of, as we got there, I was like, oh, he's done really well, I'm thinking, all right, go on, my son. And then I realised why I was there. What I'd been left with. The best friend. How do I describe her without being rude? She was like a cross between Elmer Fudd and Early Man. Like an adolescent Susan Boyle. Oh, yeah. You know the girls are right, when you're out in the club and it's dark and you're tired and you're very drunk, and then you see a girl from across the room, and even then you go, she was that bad. That bad. Well, we had a nice night. We ended up back at the girl who my mate was trying to get on, back at her house. And they're laying on the bed together, and I'm thinking, oh, my son, he's going to get there. I'm in the doorway trying to shift my way out, and then there's Grimjaw hanging over my hand. Like a bellboy waiting for a tip. And he's looking at me going, do something. That's why you're fucking here. So I'm thinking, all right, I did something that puts me in the Friend Hall of Fame. I gave her a cheeky little wink and a smile, led her downstairs by her arm hair. Down to the living room, I did some things that I'm not particularly proud of. I got to have sex. But those moments, right, where you had a heavy night the night before and you're just about to wake up, you see that split second where you don't realise, meanwhile, there's birds singing through the window, the sun sort of creeping through the window, and you kind of, for a split second, you're peaceful, you're just waking up, and then you open your eyes, you think, where am I, who are you, what are you, why have I got a bike pump in my hand, that kind of thing. I wasn't even granted that single moment. I was automatically reminded of what happened the night before, because apparently, it was still happening. Yes, that's right, I woke up, still in her. Now, I know why I had fallen asleep during. I had a lot to drink, it was a long night, it was taking fucking forever, and she wasn't that interesting. But that means that she fell asleep out of politeness. She sort of, Joe, you haven't moved for some time. Are you all right? And fell asleep, rather than wake me up, and both of us had to acknowledge to each other that it had happened. She just fell asleep with her arse in the air. I mean, couldn't you imagine? I woke up, didn't realise that at first. I couldn't really remember a great deal of what happened the night before. I just slid off her, threw that over there. Got dressed. And the only memory that I had, actually, I could have done with something all right hitting her, where I am. That would have been helpful. I only had memory in the middle of the night from still resonating with her when she looked up at me and said, what are you thinking? Oh, don't make it into something more than it is. I'm too pissed, I can't. I looked at her and I went, I'm just thinking how beautiful you are. It's terrible. I went into the kitchen, my mate sat there, big grin on his face, I'm thinking, oh yes, well it wasn't for nothing. And then I said to him, "Go on, mate, tell me everything. Just wipe away the memory of what I've just seen that's still in there." He said, "Oh, well, we was on the bed, we started kissing." I'm like, "Come on, yes, yes, yes." He said, "We were rolling around." I was like, "Yes." I took off her top. "Yes, yes, come on." He goes, "She gives the best hugs." Come on. But actually, no, it's very nice to be in Brockleians RFC. I haven't actually been here since, well, a couple of years ago. I was here on a staff Christmas party. I used to work in Elton Green School just down the road. And that's true. I was going through my androgynous goth phase, and I was wearing eyeliner and really skinny jeans, and I had nail varnish on. Oh God, what was it? Oh yeah. Anyway, I was in the toilet, and there was a few of the PE teachers. PE teachers, I mean, have you got any PE teachers in tonight? Good, brilliant, because this is about them. There were some PE teachers, and they're basically the football kids, the kids that used to punch me when I was a kid, but they've just grown up and got degrees now. And there was 3 of them in the toilets, and I was having a little wee. And there's 3 of them, he must have been a clever one, because he knew a bit of maths. He looked around, there's 4 of us in the toilet, he goes, "A quarter of this room is gay." So I said, "That's a weird way of coming out to your mates, isn't it?" I nearly didn't get here tonight though, because I had a little bit of an accident. I hit someone in the back of the car. I hit someone, I was in the front. But I was at the lights and I started pulling away and I just gave him a little ding. It wasn't big, but the geezer still got out and I was beside myself. He was a midget. I don't know if could you still say midget? I don't know. He was a midget though. He walked up and that's not how they walk, that's just how he walked. He walked up. And he came up to the window, he knocked on the window and I tried not to laugh at this point, right? I'm just like, he's a midget. I didn't want to go, "Right, little mate," or whatever. But he looked up at me and he said, "I'm not happy." I said, "Which one are you then?" I'm Joe Akers, thank you very much.
Joe Akers, give it a clap,